Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Samantha and this is the Budget Mum UK. If you are a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, thank you so much and welcome back. I absolutely love you. If you are new here, this channel all about finance, budgeting, money saving, life, cash envelope stuffing and pretty much everything in between. And if you would like to join our little family, I would love it so much if you consider subscribing. Without much further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so a couple of really big things for this video today. One is going to have a massive impact on my budget, like massive, but it's got to be done, I think, for the way forward. The other thing is I have got some new things that I would love to share with you and show you. You guys keep asking for my documents and I've been super rubbish, and I put things on my Etsy store and I upload them, and then sometimes I forget to make them live. That doesn't help anyone, does it? But there's a couple of things that you keep asking for as well, and I finally got around to do it. Now, I know I promised you a video out on Sunday last week, and that didn't come off because, once again, Alexander was poorly and, oh, life, right? So, as a bit of an apology, a bit of a sorry, I hope you'll accept these fantastic new documents for you, because I was able to use my time instead to get some things sorted for you. So let's take a look at these. So here we go, guys. You asked for them and I made them. I have put up all my previous budget sheets. So I previously, with my bill trackers and everything else, I just chose a nice festive kind of colour, sort of like the October ones are obviously orange, with nice Halloween colours, but I've now officially got a November envelope style design for you, and it's blanketed throughout the whole of everything I'm using. So here I've made the envelopes so you can see what these look like. I've got them in a large, small and mini, because I know you love those. These ones are actually trimmed right down. However, if you prefer, as has always been the case, you can get them hole punch so they can go in your binders. Now, in fact, I've even hole punch for people in the past, the little pocket ones as well, so these are quite sweet. Now, I've just shown you these three styles here. Let's just put these one side so you can see. I've just shown you these three styles here. So normally my envelopes are normally, it's got a nice purple background on this one, so that you can put your cash straight inside. But I recently have made some for Lisa and she loves them like this. So if you prefer, well, you can still see the money, and I'll show you what they look like in a moment with the money in, then you can get them in this style as well. So for example, these fit the note right inside. That's just a 10 in there, so you can't see it once it's in. But both sides. If you do like to be able to see it, then you can have this style where it's still tucked in, nice and safe. Throwing it away. But you can still see how much is in there, if that makes sense. So both options are going to be on my Etsy store live as this video goes out. It will be live. If it's not live, shout at me and tell me to make it live. And I've just put this one because I quite like this style of writing as well. So yes, that is basically the style of it. So nice purple colour background. I've gone for the fireworks. Of course I have. Fireworks, right? So let's have a look at the mini with the money in as well. Okay, so these minis are just like ideal for throwing in your handbag or wherever you want to put it, or in your back of your wallet, your back of your pants, whatever. So if you fold the note over, these ones fit in really nicely. And again, it's just perfect size so that you can't see it. And it'll hold a few notes in there. Probably get about £100 in there if you really wanted to. If you're so rich to go out with £100 date night, take me with you. please. Anyway, that's what that one looks like. And again, we can get the one where you can see it. Not the best at folding, am I? There we go. So this is the one where it's where you can still see, and again, it still sits flush. So, and that's these are the mini envelopes. All right, let's have a look at the small ones. Okay, so these are our small envelopes. So again, it's just if you prefer a big size. I know you can also get the binders, which can hold the smaller envelopes as well. So, and I've made those in the past if that's what you like. I've made them with the hole punches. It's not quite big enough to hold a note fully, but you can fold them and they still look great. These are actually quite a nice size. I've done this birthday one because I thought it's actually a nice envelope idea. You know, if it's for somebody's birthday, and you could get one made and gift it to them like this. Yeah, I just want to not, which fair enough. Yeah. So that's it in the other small one as well. But it doesn't just stop there. Oh no, it does not. I've got even more for you. Oh yes, I told you it was blanketed. It is the full theme. So I've now got these available in your different trackers that I would normally use throughout the month. I spent a bit of time at the end of last month organising all my trackers, getting all the documents that I wanted, because I think because at the back of my head I knew I needed to be more organised and more. I knew this new deck was coming that I've got coming up. So yeah, I've got everything ready. So this one is my money went where? So that's my overview of the month. We've got the bill tracker, which I use weekly, and we've got the debt repayment tracker and weekly check-in, which I'm going to be using as well going forward. I really need to be more strict. I've got this new big debt coming, so that's those. Now these are all available individually. You can get them as a download, or you can even have a look. I've got a new bundle on there as well, which includes all the documents here, and can't forget this, we've got a cash breakdown card as well in this lovely style with some more fireworks on the back. And if you are buying this new bundle, a bonus that can come in this is something else I have now created. Check this out, check this out, check this out. This is my Bank of Budget Mum manifestation check. Right, so there's always been like a big thing that I've really sort of got into, friends have got into, which is like, if you want something, visualize it, manifest it, and it will come. Manifestation check. If you've got a goal, something you want to look for, and it's really good to like put it on your fridge, put it on your notice board, put it by your bed, wherever you want to put it. And if you can keep looking at that, it's that, I go on about this all the time, it is that visual reminder that you have got this end goal. And if you were constantly reminded of it, if you were constantly looking at it and expecting it and looking at how to attain it effectively, then it will come. It will come. It's there, you visualized it, and that's what this is about. It's almost like a promise to yourself. So if you've got, you know, I want to have £5,000 in savings, whatever it is, write out yourself this check, £5,000, the date that you're writing it, sign it, get it ready to go, okay? And soon enough, it will come. You can buy this separately on my Etsy store now, but if you, as I said, if you buy the bundle, then I'll send you one of these for free. This one's laminated. So you can either have it laminated or not. If you'd rather have it laminated, there's always the opportunity then to change it, so increase it, why not? If you want it paper, you can't change it, then that's also done as well, and it's not done on like a really thick cardstock, so it's really quite nice. So that's what I've got to show you today. So yeah, hopefully that makes up for the lack of video on Sunday. So let's have a look at the new budget. So before I get into November's budget, I do have something I've got to share with you. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a while, but it's something I put off because of the massive financial impact, and I've tried other ways around it. I've tried doing other things to sort of make it work. It's not going to. So I have decided to take on a big monthly debt of around £450 a month. Right, I know that's a lot, but hear me out, let me tell you what it's for. So as you know, I've got 2 children. I've got Holly, who's 13, so she's quite capable of taking care of herself to some extent, as far as teenagers can. And I've got Alexander, and he's 1. And as a single parent working, I've made the decision that he's going to have to go to nursery for a while. I say for a while, make it sound like I'm sending him away. I'm not sending him away. I'm going to put him into nursery 2 days a week. At the moment, as you'll have seen if you've been watching my previous videos, the work that I do is tutoring. So I was a full-time teacher, and I decided to quit teaching because I wanted to spend more time with the family, the children, be around more for other reasons as well that I'm not going to even get into in this video. But with that being said, I then set up my own private tutoring company, which I'd sort of had it running in the background, but not really officially as a job. And yeah, so in September, instead of going back to school, I chose to do that instead. So you'll have seen that my tuition company, my students have been growing, and they are still growing. It's only ever intended to be a part-time job. It was enough so we can eat and we can live okay, and yeah, it's just getting busier. But what that does mean is that I'm now struggling to find time to teach all these students. But it's not just the teaching, there's the planning, the organising, there's everything else that goes with it. So there's only so much I can do. So I've made the decision to put him in nursery on a Wednesday and a Friday. That way I still get to spend lots of time with him. He gets to do lots of social things and interact and everything else, but that does have a massive impact on my budget. So it's around £450 a month or thereabouts, depending on the month and how long it is. Yeah. I said I tried other things previously, which I did. So sometimes I'd go to grandparents, sometimes I'd ask my niece, and just try and work things out. But the problem with relying on other people is that, you know, you're relying on other people. So for example, my mum had COVID a couple of weeks ago, so she couldn't have him. My niece has now got a new job, and she was going to have him one morning, and then messaged me in the morning saying she needed to be in work. Absolutely fine, but it meant then I had to cancel the students, and that then meant I didn't get paid because I'm self-employed. So things like that occur every so often, and it just seemed to make more sense. So I'm now going to have a really big juggle of my budget. So it means I can use my new November bill tracker, and I thought that would be useful for us to have a look at together. Because things are going to have to change, right? Things are going to have to change. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So I know you might be thinking I'm doing the tracker a little bit early. I am, because I need to be organised, I need to be prepared, I need to be ready, basically. So we've got all my usuals on there, but now of course I've got my new monthly debt. Now I haven't looked into this. No, I tell a lie. I did look into this initially a couple of months ago, when you mentioned about the universal credit, and I asked the question at the time to people there whether I could get any help towards nursery. Now I don't know whether I asked the wrong thing or whatever it was, or I've not set something up correct. I was told no, not through universal credit. Now there is a couple of things potentially that I can get to help with that, and I know there's the government service, and I think you get 20%. They'll pay 20% basically towards your fees if you're earning so much. But there is possibly something else. I need to have another conversation with the universal credit people. But as of today, I'm just going to assume I haven't got help with that. And that way this budget can seem quite strict, it can seem quite stringent, but it is what it is, and that's where we're at. So this month, my income from, I need to change that actually, because I did say as well, because we had that conversation, I love that we have the conversations. We had the conversation of what should I do with my Etsy, should I include it? And for now, I did initially, but for now, going forward, I am not going to include it because it's such fluctuating income, it's variable. I've decided it all goes into a separate account anyway. It goes in the account where if I ever get any money off children's dad, then that goes there. It doesn't happen very often, so I don't touch it, I don't rely on it, if you like. So I'm going to take that out. So my tutoring this month is 950. More new students just keep joining us, which is great. And my credits for now is 1,025. If that does change and I can get some help for that, then I will obviously let you know, because that might be useful for yourselves if you're in a similar position. So I've already populated these. Let's put the dates in. That's the first. That is the 4th, the 7th, and the 7th. We've got the 12th. And this also comes out on the 12th. This insurance comes out on the 1st. Phones come out on the 18th. Audible comes out on the 20th. And the nursery is going to be coming out on the 1st. I have to pay for that in advance. So for the month, I get that, fair enough. I asked for my tutoring money in advance, so there we go. So let's have a look how that has massively impacted me. So my income for the month is 1,975. Don't need a calculator to do that. I feel very smug. £1,975. Okay, let's total all the bills to see what that's going to cost me. Well, 1,215. Ouch. Okay, so let's have a look at my envelopes then. I'm going to be giving myself the whole month in advance now, so I can see exactly what I've got and then just try and adjust that accordingly. So here we go. Okay, so the way I work out what I'm spending each week normally is for the monthly income, which is 1,975, taken away from my new bill total of 1,215 in this case, and so that's A, take away B, and then I divide it by 4, so that's 760, and then normally I would just divide that by 4, which would give me 190 per week. So that's useful for me to know, so going forward. But what I am going to do then is just, I'm going to put in my full amount, the 760. I'm going to put some to one side, basically. And it's going to be a case of seeing how it goes. And that's the thing with budget, and they are, you know, you've got to be realistic. Things come up, things change, and so on and so forth. Here we go, 760 is here. So I'm just going to give myself a monthly allowance for these, and then throughout the weeks, and I'll still be doing my weekly check, and I'll do my changing, my moving, cash envelope stuffing, and everything else, so you can see how it goes and how much, if at all, if I struggle with this bill, and we'll just take it from there as we go. So clothing, I'm going to give myself in fact, let's just jump straight into food, because that's the priority. That's the big one. That's the one that costs the most. Really, I feel like I ought to rename this as groceries, I don't know, really, but there we go. If I budget 100, because it covers things like nappies and everything else, £100 for us all to eat. Now, at least on the upside, when Alex is at nursery, he's fed and everything else, so that's something I don't have to worry about for him. And he really doesn't eat a great deal. He's the worst, honestly. He'd rather drink his milk. So time with me, this is where I'm going to have to be more stringent, isn't it? So let's travel. Let's just do hypothetical. 80, £20 a week, effectively. Time with me. I'm still gonna, you know, put money in it. 40. Clothing. I'll put 40 in. Time with friends. I need to be thinking about. So let's just see how much is there. So 760. Take the 40. Take the 40. Take the 100. Take the 40 and take the 80. Which leaves me with 460 left over, which means that I've spent 300 for my fluid envelopes. That's 460 is now going into my sinking funds. These are going to change week by week. They will, and I don't want to complete them just yet for the amount that I'm expecting, because on top of these I've got my challenges, and that video I will get it out for you for Friday. I did promise to do that Sunday. I will get it out for you. I'm going to address this when I do my cash stuffing video, basically. I'm going to have a think about it, a really good think about it, and start to prioritise. I feel like I'm pleased with this. I feel like I'm progressing and I'm making grown-up choices. I never feel like I'm growing up, but I feel like I'm making grown-up choices. And I've set my stall out for the month here, and that will change, and we'll see how we go. So yeah, a big impact on the budget. It's effectively a quarter. It's a good quarter of the budget, near enough, of my income. But without doing that, if I don't do it, I'm holding back on being able to build my own tutoring business. And you know what, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and I can change it. And I think when he becomes 2 anyway, he does get free money towards nursery. Not all of it, but it's something there, and it'd be good to already have him set into a place rather than trying to chase him around in a few months' time when I want to try and get him in it too. So thank you so much for joining me with this budget, this insight for November. I love your support, I love it, and you are such an amazing supportive community. I feel really blessed, actually, and thank you again for all your support with my store. That's really making a massive impact. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I promise, have your new video up on Friday as well about all the different saving tools I've got going on, and there's a really cool review of something that I think you might find quite interesting as well. Thanks very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.